evening and welcome to the news. First, let us take a look at the headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi holds delegation-level talks with his Japanese counterpart Fumio Kishida in New Delhi. The state government is committed to resolve the remaining 6 areas of differences, says Meghalaya Governor Phagu Chauhan. Four legislators of the VPP walked out of the assembly after the speaker allowed the governor's speech to continue in Hindi. And Sha Lakimpong, a traditional dance before sowing, will be held at Rat Nongtung on 21st and 22nd April. The news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi held bilateral delegation-level talks with Japanese Prime Minister Kishida Fumio in New Delhi today. In his statement after the talks, Modi said this meeting aims to give a voice to the Global South and strengthen the India-Japan relationship. He highlighted that an important pillar of India's G20 leadership is voicing the priorities of the Global South. He added that a culture that believes in Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam believes in taking everyone along. Modi emphasized that this year is unique as India and Japan will hold the presidency of G20 and G7 respectively.
आज मैंने प्रधानमंत्री किशिदा को भारत की G20 अध्यक्षता की प्राथमिकताओं के बारे में विस्तार से बताया। हमारी G20 अध्यक्षता का एक महत्वपूर्ण स्तंभ ग्लोबल साउथ की प्राथमिकताओं को आवाज देना है। वसुधैव कुटुंबकम को मानने वाली संस्कृति सभी को साथ लेकर चलने में विश्वास रखती है।
Meghalaya Governor Phagu Chauhan on Monday said that the state government is committed to resolve the remaining 6 areas of differences. Chauhan said while delivering his customary address in Hindi during the first day of the Assembly budget session. According to him, this is imperative to ensure that the citizens in the bordering areas are not denied access to peace and development. Regarding the Mukra incident, the governor said that the state government has constituted a judicial commission of inquiry and is committed to ensuring justice for the victims and their families. This was said by Meghalaya governor in the State Assembly. He informed that to ensure the protection of the citizens in the border areas, 7 border outposts have been notified. The first day of the budget session today began with a heated debate on the issue of the governor's address since he was speaking in Hindi. Later, the 4 legislators of the VPP walked out of the assembly after the speaker allowed the governor's speech to continue in Hindi. Talking to the other elected MLAs on the issue raised by VPP, when asked, Cabinet Minister Dr. Amprian Lingdo, who had raised this issue earlier in the August House, said, "It is important to highlight that and I'm happy that it was highlighted again this time, this year, and we need to be consistent on the matter." When asked to Cabinet Minister and UDP legislator Paul Lingdo on the rule of the conduct in the Assembly, he said, Rule 28 is very clear that a member can make a submission in his mother tongue, provided that the same copy of the speech is made available to the Speaker. On the other hand, when asked TMC leader Dr. Mukul Sangma on not taking part in the issue raised by the VPP, he said, the important part is to really appreciate to what that whole sense of appreciation of the huge diversity that the nation has from linguistic, cultural and religious perspective.
We need to make sure that Government of India knows that the people of the state of Meghalaya do not understand Hindi. In fact, even we were having some difficulty following the language that was spoken, even though the written speech was given to us.
Ideally speaking though, when you communicate, I would have preferred an address in a language that I can thoroughly understand. But today, to compensate for that, what I did was read the governor's speech in English, and reading is far better because you can internalize all points of the speech better than listening to a language which I can only half understand.
Different people have different way of doing things. Different political parties have different way of approach on issues such as these. So therefore, it is up to the conscience of the leaders of those respective political parties. I think they should take a cognizance of what has been articulated appropriately in the past and today.
With an aim to revive one among the traditional dance of Rat Nongtung under Hima Kiriam's aimship known as Shat Lakimpong, which was annually held every year before the sowing period, the Rat Nongtung, in collaboration with the Senjuk Kirang Bashnong Rat Nongtung border area, will organize a 2-day program of Shat Lakimpong dance to be held on 21st and 22nd April 2023 at Ummat village. Speaking to the media persons at Nongpo, traditional head of Rat Nongtung, Miwel Shadap, and president of Senjuk Kirang Bashnong Rat Nongtung border area, Blikshon Sotun, said that in the last 3 years they could not organize this traditional dance due to COVID-19 pandemic. Therefore, for reviving this Shat Lakimpong, the Rat Nongtung will organize in a proper way not only to enrich our own culture but also to attract tourists to boost our local economy, he's added.
Shat Lakimpong kalong compare ketika sini ka bangila ada ban penbelangin penlong ya ka program ki prepare dan kaliang chunga kom presiden chunga sukrong basnong ngadon ban kerpan iki paradok prasnam ki badan kemensim banwan ban sakilam ya ketika sini kultur chungi ka badan ru hapo kasnong umat ingin yoi ban ingin snaru iki dor kidar hakador chunga hakador chungi yang cerat yang plang ka badan hapo chung ulu mau ba na ka bantai supaya ka Shat Lakimpong.
The United Democratic Party held its Chief Executive Committee on Monday at the party office. The party held discussions to lay out the roadmap ahead and excel in their endeavors. It is always seen that most of the health camps have been organized for allopathic medicine only. But with the changing times, now the trend of people is increasing towards Ayurvedic medicine. And in this, the Ministry of Ayush of the country is playing an important role, in which now Ayurvedic medical camp is also being organized. One such example is a mega medical camp recently organized by BSF on Saturday at Holy Cross School, Umkyang, East Janta Hills, under the Civic Action Program, in which doctors from both allopathic and Ayurvedic systems of medicine participated. Large numbers of people from the area reached out and got their medical examination done. Deputy Commissioner of East Janta Hills District, Abhilash Baranwal, was also present on this occasion.
मेघालय being predominantly agricultural society, यहाँ पे बहुत स्कोप भी है और अगर रिसर्च किया जाए तो ये काफ़ी बेहतर हो सकता है मेघालय के लिए भी, क्योंकि ये हर्ब्स जो होंगे वो हाई वैल्यू क्रॉप्स भी होंगे.
The weather report. The maximum temperature was 16.1 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature was 10.6 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity in the morning was 98%, while in the evening was 95%. 2.6 millimeters of rainfall was recorded. Forecast: light to moderate rain is very likely to occur at most places. Our news bulletin is also available live on our YouTube channel, Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. In addition to watching on television, viewers may visit the DD News Shillong YouTube channel to tune into our daily bulletin. And the headlines once again before you wind up. Prime Minister Narendra Modi holds delegation-level talks with his Japanese counterpart Fumio Kishida in New Delhi. The state government is committed to resolve the remaining 6 areas of differences, says Meghalaya Governor Phagu Chauhan. Four legislators of the VPP walked out of the assembly after the speaker allowed the governor's speech to continue in Hindi. And Shat Lakimpong, a traditional dance before sowing, will be held at Rat Nongtung on 21st and 22nd April. And And that's all we have in the news for today. Until we meet again tomorrow at the same time, same channel. Thank you for watching and good night.